Hi guys, I'm Leanne and this is my weight loss channel. If you've not been here before, if you have, you will know exactly what's going off here and who I am. I have chosen to do a separate upload today because I've got like 20 minutes in between doing everything else. I've just got out of the shower because I've been to the gym. And I've blown dry my hair and I got asked a question today and I just thought, oh, that is such a good question and something that I don't think it's fair just to get my view and what my perspective is. So if you wouldn't mind sticking with me today, watching this vlog and obviously listening to what I've got to say, and then I would love to hear your comments in the your opinions on what you do and what you think in the comments down below. I'd like a little bit of healthy debate where this is concerned on what you think is the best way to do this, what's the worst way, what you wouldn't do and why, and how, what you think of it. If you've lost if you've lost a significant amount of weight, because I don't know whether I've done the right thing or not, and I've been asked this question and I'll give you my opinion on why. However, I just don't know. I actually don't know. And that's why I've decided just to do a separate vlog. So I'll stop rambling away and we'll get right into it. So a lady called Jenny Snow, who has followed me for quite a while now, asked me when I had decided was the right time to change my wardrobe, to get rid of the larger sizes and downsize as I was losing weight. And my question to kind of add on to that is, do you keep a selection of clothes that you dislike, that you like, and that you keep in the wardrobe? So say if you're a size 14, have you got size 12s and size 16s in there? And that is the question that I'm putting out there. I can only answer this from my perspective and give my view, but I'd be really, really interested to know what you guys do and what your opinions are. So as I first started losing weight, I was in a size 24 to a 26. Everything that I wore was really oversized. Nothing was fitted. It was the tunicky tops that were really flary and stretchy. My trousers were really stretchy. I mean, I lived in leggings, totally lived in leggings. I think because there were clothes that grew with me and shrunk with me, and they were comfortable, and I didn't have to worry as much about them fitting and being too tight because the kind of material they were oversized kind of style anyway. I don't suppose at that size I had a massive amount of clothes, if I'm going to be honest, and it was just wearing stuff that I thought covered me, kind of looked presentable, and what were available, let's be honest, because in the shops, do you know when you're above a size 20, everything goes to oversized t-shirts, oversized tunics, leggings, elasticated waists, and it isn't that stylish. I mean, Shein opened my eyes a little bit and gave me a little bit more flair because I've got a little bit of a quirky kind of style hidden in there. But I never enjoyed buying clothes, and if I had clothes that I could wear, I would just wear them. When I went out, I hated it because I could never find anything that I liked to wear. I remember going to a wedding and I ordered a dress off Shein and everybody said it looked lovely and things, but it was t-shirty stretchy material on top, navy blue, and then A-line, and there was loads of material, and it was just as much material was welcome because it covered me. And do you know what? I love that dress. But I suppose Shein really did open up an avenue for the I don't know, the curvier person to have a little bit of style and colour, because everything in yours and Very and stuff like that just seemed very samey, quite cheapy looking, really unstylish, really unflattering actually to your figure. And anyway, that's where I started. So my size 26, when I first started dieting, if I'm going to be honest, my clothes that I got in a size 24 to 26, I shrank into them because, the truth be told, they were too small anyway, a lot of my clothes. I got away with it because of the kind of style, and as I lost weight, they just fitted me. They just fitted me different. So to start off with, and if I'm going to be honest as well, when I first started losing weight, my body didn't change a lot. I used to massively concentrate on the scales and the numbers because the way that I looked, and it didn't really change. I didn't look any better, any different. And my clothes were still fitting me in the sizes that I were buying. And I didn't really need to buy that much. I probably replaced my leggings, but by then, like, the leggings had got holes in them and they were rubbish, and I just went and bought some cheap ones from Primark or Asda. But really and truly, for the first few sizes, I don't think I really bought a great deal. It weren't until I went on holiday to Spain that I actually went properly shopping. So when I'd probably dropped into like an 18-20, I might have got this a little bit wrong because I am thinking back now and I've done no research into my journey and looked back on my videos. But I bought a few bits and bobs, but nothing massive. And I didn't throw anything out really, only when it had like had its sell by date really. After when I dropped into more of a size like 20, there was a significant change in my clothes. I had more available and there were things in my wardrobe that were too big. My personal choice was, there is like, my opinion is, I got all my clothes. I literally tried everything on in my wardrobe and I put them into two piles. One were things that would fit me or I'd shrunk into. And then one thing, there were a big pile of clothes that just didn't fit me anymore. So I think with the avenues that are available now, like, I'm not wasteful and I'm not absolutely loaded, and I've got better things to spend my money on than redoing a wardrobe every time I drop a dress size. So that's when I started on Vinted. I started buying and selling clothes on Vinted. I made a little bit of a promise to myself that I would not keep clothes that were too big for me, and that I wouldn't, and to be fair, I don't stock clothes that are too small for me really. I've got a few items that I really love that I found in a charity shop that I will like hopefully shrink into, but I don't have an array of different sizes in my wardrobe. I think, and put this into perspective, that everything I buy is off Vinted in a charity shop. So my wardrobe is not an expensive wardrobe. It's quite a cheap wardrobe to have. The reason I chose to get rid of my bigger clothes is because I felt through my work and what I'd done, I was worth more than that. Like, I'd worked hard to drop down into like an 18-20. So I wasn't keeping my 18-20, my bigger clothes and hiding myself anymore. I had a bigger array of clothes available and like different styles I wanted to try. And I think like all I did was I put everything online and I sold it on Vinted, and then I used that money and maybe a bit extra every now and again to buy things and new styles and stuff that I wanted. So whatever I got rid of, I replaced with clothes anyway for like a similar kind of value anyway. I didn't really spend a lot. I enjoyed shopping in charity shops because it allowed me to experiment with different clothes in different sizes. I sometimes bought stuff in the sale, I think at TK Maxx when we went to Spain, because they were really cheap anyway. But overall, I got rid of my bigger clothes and I just replaced them with smaller clothes. Now, I know a lot of people won't do that, and I don't know whether it's the right thing, but just hear me out first. For one, I think my hard work was worth treating myself to new clothes. Secondly, I don't want a safety net that I can balloon into. So you will also know, if you followed me along, that I lost weight and were in like a small 16. But then recently, like over the last year, I came off plan and I put like loads of weight on. I can't even know what the figure were. And I was edging and struggling to get into my 16s. Me putting those clothes on and not being able to fit into the clothes in my wardrobe was a massive kick up the arse to go, whoa, what's going off here? Sort it out. I know if I had a bigger sizes, and I'd probably lapse into old habits of like, just put the bigger trousers on, put the leggings on, put these on, it's fine. Do you know, like, let's just hide from it, let's not face it. Having just the clothes size that I fit in my wardrobe was motivation. It was a kick up the arse. It was a reality check. And I like abrupt and smack in the face like realities. I'm really honest, and I like that for myself. So I chose not to, like, I've consciously chosen not to have clothes in bigger sizes in my wardrobe because I just, for me, it leaves me like a margin for error as to if I put weight on, it's fine because I'll just put those clothes on. And then I never have that full, oh my God, if you don't lose weight now, you're going to have no clothes to wear. And that, I'm not saying that's my whole motivation to lose weight and to get back on plan, but it actually does help. It helps me. I don't know if it helps you. I don't know if it's an unhealthy way to do it. I'm unaware. And that's why I wanted to put this video out there to everybody else to see what their views and opinions are and what they do. I think there's means and avenues now not to just go and drop all your stuff off at a charity shop to be able to sell them to make the money to replace the clothes, so they don't actually have to cost you a fortune. Vinted being my favourite go-to. It's so easy to ship and do things on there. It's fantastic. But then I use that money to buy my clothes. So I mean, with girl math, basically my clothes have basically been free. They've all been free. I've not actually paid for any of them because I bought them out of the clothes that I sold stuff from. So my entire wardrobe now is free. Oh, that's amazing. I love girl math. I love girl math. I rule by it. When Oliver moans at me for the amount of clothes I've got, I'm like, the free, that's it. That's what I'm running with. I can buy whatever I want now because it's free, because it's a new clothes. I don't know. I don't tend to buy lots of clothes that are too small for me to slim into. I know people do that, and I have on occasion bought the odd piece that I was absolutely in love with that I need to slim into. But I always feel that puts too much pressure on me, and it kind of puts a negative spin that they don't fit me yet. But I also don't like clothes that are too big for me in my wardrobe because I just feel like it'd be an easy option. It'd be something for me to like just slip into, and I don't want to be there. I like that reminder. I like that when I've put my jeans on, my Levi jeans, and I could not button them up after, like, just before Christmas, I was like, ho, ho, ho. Wind it back, Leanne. Stop putting that cake in your mouth. Literally, that is how it felt. And don't get me wrong, from putting that weight on, not all my clothes perfectly fit me. I mean, I can just about squeeze most of them on. Some of them I can't breathe in, and I've still got probably about a stone to lose. But if I got a bigger size putting them on, would that be in the back of my mind? Probably not as much, because now I've not got such and such top, or I've not got that dress, or I've not got that I can easily wear. So I do quite like it. I also think wearing clothes that are too big for you, it hides you changing shape, so you don't notice it. And I think when you're bigger, like I am and was, like, you don't see that changing your shape very easily anyway. So then to have oversized baggy clothes too, that hides it also, and also makes you look fatter. Let's be honest. If you've got big boobs and a big bum and you wear like what's like a tent over it, because that's what I used to wear, I just look like one big shape, and it makes me even bigger than what I were. And yeah, that's what I've done. I can't say there's been a dead set moment when I thought that was an okay thing to do. It was just one day, like, some of my trousers were getting ridiculously big for me, and I was tying bobbles in the side to hold them up. And it was Oliver that said, like, we're not skint, why are you doing that? And it's not that I'm skint, I'm just really tight. I like to be money conscious, and if I can save 30 quid and go on a flight to Dublin for a day, I'm going to do it, so I don't just waste money. So then that's when I think it took me a full night to stand in my bedroom. I tried everything on. I put it into 2 piles. And it was definitely around when I was in like a size 20 that happened, edging into an 18-ish, I think. I tried stuff on. I got rid of the oversized covering and stuff. I threw loads of stuff away because it had bleach all over, because that's what happens to my clothes. And then I sold a ton of stuff. I also went through my shoes and stuff that I weren't wearing. I literally cleaned and Oliver's, in fact, cleaned the entire wardrobes out. And I think I made about £75. But you'd be surprised what you can get with £75 on Vinted. It's mental, especially if you're shopping bundles. Now, if you're somebody that's going to clean your wardrobe out and go on Vinted, I've got some little top tips here. If you find somebody selling clothes that you like a piece of it, always go onto their wardrobe and their thing and have a look through, because a lot of people do like 50% off if you spend so much or you add so many items. And even if I'd like said 2 items at £10 each, if I added a third item and it would just sum at £1, it'd make these 50% off. Anyway, that's my 10. That's like my thing. Plus you save on postage costs. So that is the answer to your question. I hope that that's helped, and I hope that I've answered it how you wanted me to. Think thin. And I would love to hear what you guys do. Do you have an array of sizes? Do you sell on Vinted? Do you donate? Tell me what you do.